Good morning, Jim Hodges here, Lake here. Lake is an almost 6-month-old Golden Doodle that came for our residency program. We've had a great 2 weeks. One of the things about Lake is he tends to be a little anxious, a little fearful, especially of men, and that can happen. It could have a lot to do with where he was with the breeder, what his environment was and how many people he got around, what the socialization things are. But it's important that when we see something like this, that we start to try to desensitize him and show him that men or little children or dogs are not dangerous to him, and he doesn't have to fear them as long as he's with his leader, okay? So he was pretty fearful when I first came, or he first came to me, excuse me, and now he wants to love and the sweet. I'm real calm with him. I don't try to shake him up or scare him. I try to make him aware of the work that I want him to do. He has to do it. If he doesn't do it, you know, as the leader, as the lead dog in the pack, I'm going to bite him if he doesn't. But I'm not going to bite him to intimidate or dominate or break his spirit or hurt him. It's only corrective in nature, just like your parents did with you when you were children. My mom used to tell me she loved me, but and she actually did that a lot when she was getting ready to spank me or punish me. But she wanted me to grow up to be the person that I like to think I am today. Same with our dogs. We want our dogs to be able to go out and be in public and do things with each other. So we have to have those rules and boundaries. And I'm telling you, they're going to love you for it. Especially a dog that's a little fearful and anxious. As you spend the time and work with them, they're going to get more confident in who they are. This obedience helps them to become more confident in who they are. Yes, are they going to make mistakes? Of course they are. Are we going to make mistakes? Of course we are. But we learn and we continue to try to progress through life, okay? So we're going to start obedience. If he does something wrong, I'm going to fix it. If he doesn't, I'm going to praise it. And let's just see where it takes us, okay? Listen to my tone of voice and how I work with him. Look whenever I praise him, what am I doing physically? And what am I doing with my hand signals and things like that? That'll really help you with your dog, and it'll really help with Lake here. All right, you ready, Lake? Let's go. Hear the tone of my voice? He's walking with me. He follows me. Good boy. Now I'm making a lot of turns right now. You would do this with your dog. And the reason we do this is to get him to focus on it. Good boy. Let him know he's doing the right thing. Once he's willing to watch us on our walks, then we take a walk around the block. We go for visits down the street. But right now we're trying to get the focus in the beginning points of training. Let's go. Hand signal for sit. Good boy. Whenever he does what we want, we praise. I went just like that. That is his sit command. Now he's got to sit and hold it until I release him. What I tell people is if a dog's got a natural affinity for sit, he can stay there for a while. If not, I typically only keep a dog in a sit for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe a minute at the most, because I don't want to put so much pressure on their hips. Break. Good boy. And I released him. That's my break. That's a release. He can do anything he wants right now except for pull me on the leash or jump on me. Good boy. This is a guy that didn't want this love from me 2 weeks ago. And now he wants it. Why? Because he earned it and I gave it to him when he did what we wanted him to do. So sit can be from in front, can be from the side, can be whatever. Good boy. Do I have to do that? Break. No. Sit. It's good boy. Look how he's watching. He's really gaining confidence by leaps and bounds. I actually have 2 Golden Doodles in here right now from the same family. The other one's a great dog as well, but this one has come so far in such a short time. And the thing is, we need to be balanced leaders. We don't get excited. We try, if we're going to get excited at all, it's always positive. On the negative side, if we do something wrong, we don't get mad. We just tell him what he needs to do and go from there. Let's go. Good. So we're walking around. Next thing, sit. Down. Good boy. Now that was a little slow, but no. Now why did I bite? No. Down. I don't want him smelling the ground. That's probably his biggest pet peeve for me right now is smelling. He's actually doing a real good job. The only time he really smells the ground right now is when we do the down. I don't know if you noticed my hand like this. This is my down command from the side. Just as in the sit, he has to hold that command until I release him. Another thing you may have noticed, or if you didn't, go back and rewind, you'll hear my voice. I was giving him very upbeat on the let's go and the sit, but when I told him down, it was a little more authoritative. You know, down is the most submissive command a dog does for us. So therefore, down is powerful when we need to tell our dog to do something or get him to obey. When we make him down and he does it, he's good from that point on. Right, good boy. Down. See if he smells again. Atta boy. I was watching for the smell. Right. If he does it once, if he does anything once wrong, he's going to do it over and over again until we fix it. So be aware of it as the dog trainer and be ready to react with it right at that moment in time, okay? Let's go. And now we're going to walk it again. We'll do the PLACE. Place. Atta boy. Places, lay down, sit down, stand up, read a book. I don't care what he does, but he's got to stay on his bed. Okay, his brother or sister in this case, or a little sibling, children in the family, they can't interrupt this. If he gets off, we're going to bite him and put him back. If he does, the hand signal is like this to place. Okay, he can again lay down, sit down, stand up, smell, chew a bone. I don't mind what he does. But if he comes off the place, we're going to get the leash. If we have the leash in the beginning, if not, we're going to get him by his scruff and go, no, place, and put him right back. He can easily do this a couple hours at a time, okay? And we should be able to watch television, eat dinner, cook, do all kinds of things with him, put him there and know he's safe and he's not getting into trouble. Right, let's go, buddy. Good boy. That's a good boy. Let's go. Notice I'm not using treats with him so much. There are 2 times to give treats. Actually, there's more than 2 times, but I always use treats. I'm not afraid of using treats if a dog is motivated by treats, okay? And then I use treats to teach. Teaching is important. Motivating, getting him excited is fine. But when I give a treat, I always make sure I give the physical touch and the good words with the treat. Just like I was praising a while ago. If I had to bite him, I don't know if you noticed, I tapped the leash and I told him no at the same time. So we had praise, good words, good touch, maybe a treat, maybe a reward such as a toy. And then when we're going to be in corrective mode or provide a consequence, it's words and touch again, tapping the leash. Maybe a snout, maybe a grab of the scruff lightly. We're not trying to hurt him, remember, and the words. Whenever we do provide some sort of consequence, as soon as the consequence is over, we always come back and praise him because typically he's where we want to be after the consequence and let him know he's a good boy. My rule of thumb, though, is we never provide as much praise after a consequence as we do if he did it right the first time. So back to the treats again. I'll use treats to motivate if I need to. He's not really motivated by treats. So I've been using a lot of praise, and I think you can see how he's watching me and doing. He really loves love. Now for his owners, and maybe for his mom or a female gender, he might work real well for treats. But a lot of times when a dog is nervous and likes treats, he wouldn't take them anyway. So we started working on the praise end with him, and I think his parents are happier for it, not having to use treats all the time. And I think treats can be a great thing, but they're not something I use every day in life. I use them at some point in time as a reward in life for doing what I ask, not because I got a treat asking him to do it. Let's go, buddy. Sit. So, talking about treats, one of the times I'll use a treat an awful lot is for the recall command, okay? The recall is where we have him coming to us, okay? On leash, I would tell him to COME. He's to come to me and sit. You'll see the hand signal in just a second. Off leash, he'll be running around in the yard. I won't give him that recall command, COME in this case. I will get his attention, try to encourage him to come, and when he's in the act of coming to me and he's happy, that's when I'll tell him the come command. When he gets to me, I'll pet him, love him, break him, give him treats, do whatever that excites him and rewards him, because I'm trying to build a good relationship with that word come. So here we are. You notice he's in the SIT. Come. So he comes, he sits in front of me, atta boy. I'm praising him, petting him. He is in a sit at the end of come. So if he was to get up out of that come, I would tap the leash. And when I tap the leash for the sit, it's straight up. Break. Good boy. Good boy. Tap the leash up for sit. If we do the DOW and he doesn't do it, we'll tap it towards the ground. And when we're walking, we tap the leash in the direction we're going. See, I'm biting him right now. Does it look like it's scaring him? No, because I'm not here to intimidate or dominate. I'm here to communicate. There's a special rule about the way we decide how much we provide a consequence. Feel free to ask me anytime for some of those who haven't worked with me before, but it's real important because we don't want to scare, we don't want to intimidate our dogs. Let's go. Good boy. Sit. Good. All right, Hup. Hup is our load up command. Is to teach him to load up in the car. Attaboy. Break. If we want him on the furniture in the house, we would tell him to hup or load up or whatever the case may be. I'm one of those guys that don't allow my dogs on the furniture unless I command them to. And I don't really command them very often, but that doesn't matter. If you want your dog to get up on the couch, fine. Just don't let him decide or her decide to do it. Let it be a command. That way when you have guests over, you don't have to worry about them the dog jumping in their laps, okay? So you've seen what we've done. We've done sit, down, come, let's go. The hand signal for come, either hand is like this. Down. No, down. You see the bite? Why? He took a little too long. He was going, but he wanted to smell. You can't do that. I'm going to bite him and let him know. Good boy. Then I'm going to come back and provide praise. Sit. Good. Now we're going to do the heel command. Heel is pretty much a more strict let's go command. Typically what we do, and I use the heel in close quarters. Close quarters, maybe walking down a sidewalk or at the pet store or something like that. I want my dog real close so he's not smelling the food and the treats on the counter or he's not reaching for people, okay? If we were walking, he started to reach for someone, I would tap him right back to me and tell him no and repeat the command, okay? So he's here. When we walk, our job is to keep him here. If he starts to go out in front, we're going to tap back. If he's going to get behind us, we may tap up or try to encourage him. If he tries to go this way, we'll tap back in. Hand signals like this, heel. And then he's right here by our side. Attaboy. I stop. See how he's watching? Good boy. Notice I didn't praise him till his butt hit the ground. If I praised and now we stop, he's in a sit. Okay? If I praised him before he finished the command, what do you think I'm doing? I'm teaching him that the command is over when I praise and he doesn't have to do the stuff that we really want him to do. So make sure you hold your praise till he finishes, okay? And when he does finish, if he breaks it, before you break it, you've got to bite him and let him know he's got to hold the command. Good boy. Break. Sit. Another thing, break. When a dog makes a mistake, it's going to happen, or you make a mistake, but primarily when he makes a mistake, he's telling you that's something he needs to learn a little bit more. So when he's trying to learn, it's something that I might repeat the command 2 or 3 times to get it right and make sure he does it right. Sit. Good. Down. Good boy. Good. So it's important, as soon as I see he doesn't smell, to reward that. So he understands the proper thing is to lay down and not smell the ground. Right. Good boy. So the last thing is the stay command. Stay command is basically telling a dog to pack his bags. He's going to be there a while. So I very rarely tell a dog to sit and stay. I usually use the stay command in 2 situations. And the hand signal is like this. One is down when I do it, and I have him S-T-A-Y. And when I put my hand signal's right in front of his nose like that. I'm trying not to cue him right now. And then I may walk off. When I put him in that down with the stay, he can smell the ground. He can chew a bone. He can roll over on his side. Basically, he's very relaxed, but he knows he's got to stay in that command. Also may do it in a room of the house or with the front door. I'll walk out the door, leave the door open, tell him stay, using that hand. If he starts to walk through, I'll tap him back through the threshold. No, stay, and immediately walk back out. This guy's done real well. He's going to continue to grow. He's going to continue to learn. With puppies, as I tell everyone, in the pack, the instincts of dogs and impacts. Feel confident that he's going to probably test 2 or 3 more times as he goes through different stages to maturity. Don't look at that as a referendum on your poor leadership. That's just natural and instinctive for a dog to test his boundaries and to see that we have a leader or he has a leader in place. Thank you so much. Jim Hodges Dog Training. You can find me on Facebook, Jim Hodges Dog Training. If you ever have any questions, my number is 336-945-3232. Of course, with any of the residency trainings that we do, we have free follow-up. If there's something that needs to be done, that you need work on what we've done here in our residency program, give us a call. You come back to us. We never charge a cent for you to come to us. Myself, Rachel, my trainer here, either one of us will be happy to work with you. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you in the future. Take care. Bye-bye.
Great. Good boy.